Nick with Temple of Geek, and I'm here with Alex Seaver, the composer of Arcane. First off, that was such an amazing show. It just fired off. And diving into a new world, how did you approach Arcane?
So I co-composed the score with another guy named Alex Temple. We've been working at Riot Games for a long time. This video game company that develops Arcane. Ton of conversations about the world. Kind of takes place in this high fantasy, very cool, like Piltover, upper crust, elite society, Zaun, dark, seedy, underbelly, with characters that you identify with so deeply on both ends. So there's a lot of world building on the score and on the soundtrack that we did in the way that you'd expect with the showrunners and the animators. What does the music sound like when they walk into a bar? What instruments are they playing? You know, all that kind of stuff. And then for us, it was really building this new vocabulary of like every episode gets a song, like a pop song.
Okay, yeah.
How do we do this? What artists do we use? What does it sound like? What languages do we use? All those questions. It's just so fun to like build something from scratch because you really get to make those decisions.
Did you have a favorite pop song that you put in there?
The favorite one for me was probably the one I did with Sting, the finale. It was probably so satisfying because of how terrified I was the entire time through it. I mean, not only is it the finale, you don't ruin that. It's like Sting. Holy cow, is he going to like us? Will he understand any of this? Will he be down with it? And then the second you meet these people, they're awesome. They're professionals. They love it. He saw the animations that we were sending. He was like, this is great. Let's do it. It was deep COVID, so we're just doing Zoom sessions and stuff. Very strange, impersonal, but it was great, and it was beautiful, and it turned out so good. So I think just the emotional experience of getting through that made it my favorite, probably.
I went into that show not knowing much about it because I didn't want to know too much about it, and oh my gosh, that it goes hard fast. Like it dives in and and it gets real. But I love that. I love that grittiness of that. And then how did you, with each character, kind of follow along their story arcs when it came to that?
I think what you're hinting at is how I felt too. It was like, oh, this is deep. Like these characters are not. I mean, it's you know, sort of based off of this video game, but the video game doesn't really have the same level of like narrative depth. So all of a sudden you're confronted with this thing where you're like, this is an animation and I'm crying because of this older sister abandoning a younger sister. I mean, things that, like, especially when you're writing lyrics for songs, just leap right out the page at you. So that stuff felt very easy, but we're also, you know, following the arc of these characters. A lot of them start as children and end as, like, these traumatized, you know, teenagers and early adults. So you're just like, all right, let's drop the right seeds at the right time. And then we're, you know, wrapping up season 2, which is coming out not too long, so get a whole nother journey with these characters and just seeing where they go and tying things that we might have tucked into the beginning of the story and other places. I mean, it's so fun to just like dig in at that level because the characters that they've written are like endlessly interesting and real and heartbreaking.
And you're at like San Diego Comic-Con, like people like cosplaying these characters.
It's crazy. I'm like, there's Vi. Like, it's so crazy to see.
And of course, season 2 is coming up, and I know you can't say much about it because I'm definitely excited. But what is something that you're really hoping for fans to take away from it? And I know it's kind of wrapping up storylines.
I mean, I just think enjoy it. Like it's been a crazy journey. It's been about 5 or 6 years for me, and it's just like everybody on the show side, it just cares so deeply about it. So I think that's the thing that's so fun about like seeing people dress up is it's like, oh yeah, this is stuff we've been just obsessed with for so long, and to then actually like have it touch real oxygen and people respond, you're just like, oh my God. I mean, it's the dream. It's like literally the dream. So, you know, I hope people really enjoy it. We worked every bit as hard on it as we did on season 1, and we're just like so excited to finally share it.
And finally, musically, do you have a favorite character in the show?
The one that I ended up writing the most songs for was Jinx. So it's weird when you think about it. Like, this animated character has been my muse for like 5 years. There's a certain aspect of like Alex, my co-composer, he took a lot of the Piltover stuff, so I ended up with a lot of the darker stuff, and we did a lot of songs for Jinx because she's such a fascinating and complex character. So I think like all told, she's probably broken my heart so many times. So it's just like me and her feel bound in that kind of way. So I have to go with her, yeah.
Awesome. Thank you so much. And I can't wait for season 2.
Thanks.
Yeah. Thank you.